Welcome, everybody, to Scott County High School for 2nd District Girls Basketball. Tonight, your Scott County Lady Cardinals coming in with a record of 6-14 overall, 1-5 in the district, hosting the Sayre Lady Spartans, 9-11 overall, 0-6 in the district. This is a matchup of two teams that are going to meet again in the quarterfinals of the district tournament in about 3 weeks. The same was true last year when they split during the regular season, and Sayre picked up a win at tournament time to knock out Scott County. They beat Scott County for the first time in the regular season ever about a week before that and then backed it up. This year, SC has already paid them back with a 65-58 win in Lexington earlier this season, going for the sweep here. I'm Cal Oakes along with Derek Varney. And Derek, we've seen this girls team for Scott County a couple of times. They're extremely young. It's funny that it's senior night because basically they've had one senior healthy to play all year. It's been Tyra Young, but other than that, it's been a very freshman and sophomore dominated group.
Yes, and I think the sky's the limit for this Scott County program in general right now for Coach Helton. The senior night has not been well attended over the last couple of years, just because it's with girls basketball across the board. There is a lot of youth because they can play as 6th and 7th graders, and I guess they can in boys as well, but you just don't see it too often. So some of these girls get 5 and 6 year careers in high school, and look forward to tonight. This matchup, good district matchup. Again, Sayre did get them last year, and just Sayre's program, boys and girls, and even with football, you and I have discussed this, is really coming on. They're being very competitive, and just makes things interesting.
Sayre's an interesting team. They have Kylie Dennis. She is 15 points shy of 2,000.
Wow.
I was just talking with Jared Peck of the Lexington Herald Leader off the air. There's not much record of any. There's maybe one other player in Lexington. It's a little sketchy. They can't figure out exactly how many points, but Henry Clay did have a 2,000-point score. Haven't been many on the girls' side in the city, so Kylie Dennis likely to become a member of that club tonight because she averages, get this, 26.8 points per game for a team that averages 50.1. So Kylie Dennis, number 2 for Sayre, has scored more than half their points this season. Now, to complicate that statistic even more, their second leading scorer, Sophia Richardson, averages 14.8 a game. She is out of the lineup tonight. Steve Helton, Scott County coach for the last 23 seasons. First time they played over at Sayre, he was pretty frank about it. He basically went 5 against 1 in that game. It was more than a triangle and 2. It was more than a box and 1. They basically just ran at Kylie Dennis every time she got the ball and dared everyone else to beat them. And I'm sure you're going to see more of that tonight.
You have to. You got to cut the head off the snake. I mean, that's you and I have discussed that before. We discussed it here last Wednesday night a week ago with Jasper Johnson in here in the boys game for Woodford County. He's Mr. Everything, and you have to try to do something to counteract something that their strength. You absolutely have to make the other 4 beat you or somebody else. And you hope someone else doesn't have a huge game where. In this case with Sayre, their second leading scorer is out. So, you just don't want her to add, Callie to add those points, to her total tonight. So, should be interesting.
When you've already got someone who takes such a high volume of shots, the stats are amazing. She has made 153 of their 282-point field goals. She has made 36 of their 86 3-point field goals, 121 of their 184 free throws. And she already has 535 points on the season. We mentioned Tyra Young, the senior for Scott County. Kelsey Hall and Grace Moore are also on the roster. Kelsey has been out with an injury since the first quarter of game 1. Grace has not really played at the varsity level this year either. She is a soccer player who's come out to join the roster here late in the season. But it's been a Malia Moore-led team for the most part, as she's had some big shooting nights, a high-volume shooter, and a good leader on this team, a COVID sophomore who's, again, growing with this program. And you look at the roster, and things are going to be trending in the right direction, I think, here in the next year or so.
I hope so. I really do, because Coach Helton, I mean, he puts the time in with these girls. He's very dedicated. He has a system that he's run for years, and it's been highly, highly successful. And then when you do, you do hit kind of a little lull. Now it's time to come back up.
We're going to have our national anthem. We'll introduce the starting lineups after that for this one, Scott County and Sayre girls. Welcome back, Cal Oaks, along with Derek Varney for Scott County and Sayre girls basketball. Sayre, a little different situation. We mentioned their win last year, 2 wins, in fact, over the Scott County program. They've had a change at the top as Bart Belaires, who was the coach at Sayre last year, is now the JV boys coach here at Scott County. Of course, a longtime coach at the college level, and really did some great things with Sayre, even while teaching in Scott County schools for all those years, and built that program up. And certainly, as we mentioned, Kylie Dennis had the benefit of a star player on the roster, as does the new coach, Eric Kinder. Dennis being introduced. Your other starter is Catherine Kinder. Going to assume that's the coach's daughter, number 5. Toko Ashita, she's a multi-year starter, number 10. She was a thorn in the side of Scott County last year in those 2 games that the Lady Cards lost at the end. Number 15 is Lucy Pittman. And number 30 is Ellie Oldham. That's your starting 5 for the Lady Spartans, 9 and 11 out of downtown Lexington. Your starting 5 for Scott County may be a little different. Looks like Kelsey Hall is in uniform and going to get at least the ceremonial start here. Sometimes there's a prearranged thing to get someone a free throw or a layup in this situation. We'll see what Coach Helton.
Yeah, you got to start your seniors tonight, maybe even if it's a trip up and down the court,
Just to get her out there in the court.
Great gesture, absolutely.
Check her out and get the ovation. Coach Helton has dealt with this over the years many, many times with players having knee injuries and things of that nature that have knocked them out. Nehemiah Summers starting along with Allison Mosby, and then the starter, Hall and Tyra Young. Kelsey Hall in the knee brace will indeed start this game. You got to love it.
Oh, wow.
And Tyra Young getting the loud ovation, a 6th-year varsity player with the Lady Cardinals.
Very emotional night for her. Let's see if you can put that emotion aside and just come out here and really play hard, which she's going to play hard. She always does.
Tyra is one of those players that always plays hard and always plays with emotion, sometimes a little too much. It's a matter of bottling it up.
Yeah, I just hope it's a really rewarding night.
This does look like it is one of those situations as Kelsey Hall is standing underneath the basket. It's maybe one of those things where they swap baskets to start the game.
Very emotional.
Make sure we get the camera ready here. This is a nice moment. Tyra Young will jump it. They will get it to, and there's the lay-in for Kelsey Hall.
Cal, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Kelsey had a tremendous season on the soccer pitch and just she was the leading scorer for that team. Came out here ready to have a big senior year and it just was not meant to be. Sayre will score at the other end. Grace Moore is number 20, so she also got the ceremonial start. Want to give her a call. She got the assist. She did not play this year either, but great to see them get that opportunity.
first bucket I've seen with tears. That was very emotional.
Yeah, that was it's very cool and something they'll always remember, whether it's the players involved or their teammates,
Sure.
younger teammates in this case. Malia Moore not waiting to shoot the three. She'll miss. There's Allison Mosby on the court. Mosby is in along with Kirsten Young. There's a steal by Dennis who lays it up and in.
Well, I can see Dennis has a motor. She can move and get them down the court. My goodness. As Sayre comes out in this kind of a stretch 2-3 zone, leaving the middle wide open. Scott Kennedy.
Tyra
really
Young thinking about a three as well.
Yes.
Which she won't think long. She likes to drive to the basket just as much.
Cal, remember last time they faced the zone, they put her in put Tyra in the middle, and she was able to catch and shoot or distribute the ball.
Work it up top to Mosby for a three. That runs in the family. She leaves it front rim, and Dennis chases down the rebound.
Nice game by Big Brother last night.
First 17 points for the Cards, ended up with 27 in a big road win. Sayre up 4-2. They'll take a three here and try to bank it in. I don't know if they tried or not. Tyra Young blocks the second opportunity, and she is running up the court 84 feet to the other rim.
Nice.
For a lay-in to tie it up.
Love that for her right off the bat. Scott Kennedy's going to press all over the floor and cause major havoc.
There's a foul at the other end. It's both teams running hard up and down this court and creating opportunities for themselves early. Dennis, no secret what she wants to do is get around that Scott County defense and get to the rack. Misses the first free throw, back rim. Kylie Dennis rolls in the second. I didn't see it. Did they give her the I'm assuming they gave her the opposite end layup after the ceremonial layup.
They did.
I know they allowed Sayre to score.
Yes.
If it was Dennis, she already has 5 and only needs 10 for 2,000. There was a nice pass into Kirsten Young who left the layup short. Fighting for the rebound, though. Took it away from a Sayre player and scooped it to Malia Moore. Young has it back. Now Moore will reset. On an emotional senior night here for Lady Cards. We'll see how with that. And focus on the game now. Moore will take a three for the lead.
Got it.
So Hall with the early two, then Young adds another senior basket, and Moore steps up for the underclass players with a three. There's a three from Sayre from the left wing. That's too strong. Rebound, Tyra.
Great pass. Oh, my goodness.
Summers lost it. Now has to get rid of it. Gets back to Moore. Moore wanted to catch it for a three. She has to regain her balance. Shoots. Misses long. Rebound comes down to the Spartans. Lucy Pittman. But she throws it away. Moore with the steal. Moore back to Tyra Young. Tyra thinks about a three. Now to Malia. Malia drives inside the arc for the floater. She'll get fouled and go to the line.
I'll tell you what, that opening play was a little emotional for the color commentator. I promise you that.
Man, I'm telling you
Good
what.
gracious.
We get to know these kids on some level, and you know what these sports mean to them, and you see that. It's just I'm bad with senior night as it is. I always try to show up. I try to show up late because it's just I ain't trying to cry. You know what I mean? And it's hard.
Well, I was okay till I looked and I saw her bawling as she's shooting the ball. It's like, good gracious.
It is rough. Moore with 1 of 2 for an 8-5 lead.
And we were doing the game that she went down, Cal.
Yeah, we were over at Great Crossing,
yes.
And it was obvious from the start. We were hopeful that maybe it was an ankle, and she tried to get back out there and just had no stability on that knee at all. End to end for Summers to draw the foul, and Maya, another member of that strong sophomore class, to go to the line. Summers has a motor. She's had a couple of 20-plus point games this season. That offense has slowed down a little bit, but she does a little bit of everything for these Lady Cards. She'll crash the boards. She will play in-your-face defense. Misses the first free throw here. This team's been sporadic from the line. We covered a game where they went 20 for 22 from the foul line.
That was incredible. They shot a lot better there than they did from the floor that night.
They did. And right now they're kind of half and half here as Summers makes 1 of 2, as Moore did earlier, 9-5, 4:49 to play.
I know it's an emotional night, senior night, but Scott County's got a little extra pep in their step tonight, and they're playing, and they're trying to deny
Belle Banner in now as
Dennis
she's on Dennis, as Helton is putting fresh people on Dennis at all times. Kinder banks in a 3.
I thought it closed at 5, Cal.
It should have. 6 at the latest. You know, you can do the 24-hour thing from
yes,
home.
There you go. She hit the ATM right there.
She hit the online banking. There is a drive and a reverse layup from Tyra Young that's no good. Rebounded by number 12, who was checked in the game. Well, wouldn't you know it? I don't have a number 12 on my roster for Sayre. Good times.
Dennis does such a good job.
They work it into Dennis.
Right.
There's a whistle and a foul on the floor.
What we have to watch out for, Cal, she's got great handles, she distributes, and then she'll cut to the bucket. So you have to defend her from it's called putting an arm bar in them when they try to cut. Don't let them cut across your face.
Dennis just getting face guarded right now by Banner. They'll lob it into her anyway. She's standing on the old Toyota Classic decal, now the Billy Hicks Classic. Drives the baseline, draws the foul. It's on either Mosby or Banner, and at the 4-minute mark, they'll call it on Mosby, and Dennis will go to the line to try to reclaim the lead for Sayre, 9-8 SC. Dennis makes the first, give her 6 on the night, 9 away. It puts her at 1991.
Golly.
The rarefied air of 2,000-point scorers for girls in Lexington.
Wonder where she's going.
She might even only be a junior. I would have to look up their roster to be 100% sure of that. Seems like she's been around forever, as Tyra Young, who has been around forever here at Scott County, misses a 3. Rebound came down to Sayre. Pittman got it to Dennis. Now another 3. Sayre is not shy about that. Misses. Kirsten Young with the rebound. This Scott County team had a good road trip up to Bishop Brossart the other day, only lost by 10 as Moore misses a 3, but playing a tough 10th region team.
Yeah, that's a strong program.
Hanging in. An all-A team that's won 18 games. Sayre, part of that all-A fraternity, misses a couple of shots down low. Tyra Young's going to get the rebound and take it to the house.
That's her favorite move and her best move. She likes making that contact and then laying it in off the glass.
She will try to draw the three-point play every time. She didn't get it there. There is an outlet to Dennis, who will get called for the charge, I think. Nope, they're going to call a block.
They did call a block.
And
the guy underneath didn't do it. The guy at midcourt called at the hash mark.
He was waiting for someone else to call him off. Dennis is indeed a senior. She is, in fact, one of only 2 seniors in this team. Richardson the other. So
gotcha.
This is a young Sayre team as well. It's only going to get better under a new coach, Coach Kinder. They did not call the basket. She will get. No, I guess they did.
They did.
Just didn't post it yet. It should be a. Well, nope. It is. Are they what? Now what are they doing? Are they calling her back for a second free throw? Yeah, I don't think they gave her credit for the basket. Which is why I was confused why everybody was running away.
Not sure why their coach doesn't have an argument, because she.
Yeah, it certainly went in. It wasn't a lot of continuation from what I could see.
Yeah, she's trying to plead her case. She's saying the bucket is good.
Okay, now they're saying it was. So they are going to go with what we saw in the first place as the final word. Thank you for the validation, gentlemen in stripes. It's 12-11 Sayre. Not that we were wanting Sayre to, reclaim the lead, but it's been a good one so far early in the first quarter.
Really
Scott
good
County finds an opponent that, as usual, is not backing down. These past couple of years, this has been a good matchup. Mosby with a step-back 3, too strong. They've hit the back rim off all those threes, but Tyra Young having a night already.
Yeah,
She's got 6, and it's all coming at the rim.
That can't happen right there, Cal. See what's happening on there. They're letting her catch it going towards her end.
Dennis with the stick back. She has, as advertised, 11 of the 14. And with 2:26 to play, Sayre leads at 14-13 in this first quarter. A drop-off from Moore to Young. Young with another strong take.
There's a block. She was falling down already.
Moving along with Tyra, didn't have her feet set, and there's that mystery number 12. We're going to listen to see what Kevin Conrad says. I still didn't hear who the name was there, but We apologize if you're a Sayre fan.
Yeah, we don't know in the first place, and if the number's not right, we surely don't know.
Could be a Lauren Miller. I think he might have said.
Did he say Miller?
It sounded like he said something that rhymed with Miller. So I'm going to say he said Miller. Now they're wiping up some perspiration on the court. Miller is listed as a 31 in the program, but she has played in the vast majority of 14 out of 20 games. Tyra Young makes the first free throw. Cards are 3 for 5 from the line. Young has 7 to lead SC, and they have tied it at 14. Can't roll in the second. Dennis with the rebound.
A little strong.
You see the adrenaline.
There's a turnover by the press.
A lot of free throws and threes have been strong as Sayre throws it away.
That's good pressure at midcourt. And Scott County's what's best for them right now is when Dennis is giving the ball up. When she gives it up, they need to go ahead and deny and not let her get the ball back or make it tough on every catch.
Malia Moore across the timeline slowly. It's the slowest pace we've seen in this game so far. Moore will go over to Mosby on the left wing. Mosby ball fake, had the shot blocked as she stepped inside the arc and tried one. Sayre comes away with it. Dennis has it. Juliet Longbottom, I believe, corralled the rebound. Dennis going to get a screen and stick a three. The screen came from Pittman, and Dennis doesn't need much room. She has 14 to match the cards.
Jeez, oh Pete.
And Sayre leads by 3. Moore dumps it into Young. Young
with
the layup.
As
Young
I mentioned earlier,
9.
Cal, look where they have Tyra. Look where they have her on the free throw line against the zone. That's where she works best.
Tyra working on a career night already with 9 in the first quarter. Dennis will drop it off to Ashita. Ashita working the ball top to top. They'll find Dennis. Banner still trying to blanket her. Sayre's been successful getting her a little bit of room, though. Now Summers comes over to help. They'll work it inside. There's the hook off the glass, way wild, and rebounding it is Summers. SC with a chance to reclaim the lead. Minute to go, first quarter. Summers will take it the length of the court and lose it. Longbottom with the interception. Recovery.
You hate seeing all the dribbling all the way down the court and get to the bucket and slip and fall.
That was definitely a slip and fall incident. Dennis drops it off for a 3 from Longbottom. Longbottom's a long-range shooter in soccer. She can do it in basketball, too. 20-16. Sayre on top. High-scoring opening period. Tyra Young from just inside the foul line had it blocked by Dennis. It will stay with the Lady Cards.
I think if she throws a little head fake right there, Cal, she's going to get anything she wants on that free throw line to the bucket.
We had that exchange of buckets to start the game in the first 12 seconds that was prearranged that helped the score a little bit, but they haven't stopped scoring, have these two teams. Jockeying for position 4th and 5th in the 42nd district. Moore misses the 3, not really close. Catherine Kinder with the rebound. Sayre maybe can play for the final shot, but they will push the tempo. Drop off to Dennis from the baseline. She left it short, gets her own rebound, lays it up and in. And I believe that is the 2,000 points for Kylie Dennis. And here comes Sophia Richardson, her classmate, to give her a hug.
That's good stuff there.
Congratulations to Kylie
absolutely.
Dennis.
That's huge. Lady Cards are like, let's play ball.
Yeah. Enough of the hugging and mugging. Let's go.
That's right.
No, that's a great moment.
It is a great moment.
Sayre. She's the first in the history of their program to hit that milestone, and as we said, not many in Lexington.
I mean, 1,000 is a great milestone in high school basketball, but 2,000?
There is Banner with a 3 that's not close, but Tyra with the attempt for the stick back and will get pushed and fouled, and the clock will stop as she goes to the line with 1.7 seconds remaining.
She had a good quarter.
Makes the first. We had a couple of 2,000-point scorers here on the girls' side not long ago, of course, with Morgan DeFore and Malia Owens. And Peyton Riddle got to 1,800, so that was quite a prolific team that could light it up from anywhere at any time.
And we saw Morgan put on a pretty good performance one night.
Yeah, just your basic 56 piece.
56.
Dennis will dribble out the final seconds, but what a quarter for her. What a memory for her is she got the milestone and the embrace from her teammate. Her team has a 5-point lead here early.
Now let's get all the emotion out of the way, Cal, and just come back out. And they need to continue to move the ball quickly against the zone. And I like when Sayre's in the middle on the free throw line again. I've said that they started playing much better the last time we had them, and they faced the zone because she's able to, she's a triple threat there. She can pass, score, she can go to the bucket right there.
It is interesting to see this Sayre team. You don't want to make the mistake they have shown so far of leaving a couple of other players open. Kinder has hit a three. Right. Longbottom has hit a three. So you can pay a lot of attention to Dennis, and rightfully so. But you might back yourself into a corner. And so far, Scott County down 5 has done just that, as those 2 threes have made the difference. Scott County with a 5 of Kirsten Young, Tyra Young, Namaya Summers, Diamond Purcell, and Kensley Callison to start the second quarter. So SC has gone deep to the bench. Part of it was pulling 2 seniors off the floor after the initial play. We hope you were here for that. As Dennis had the steal momentarily, Young went after it and lost it. And Dennis will have an uncontested.
Yeah, and she hit hard too.
She always lands hard. She does. As she throws her body around. And sometimes she missed a couple of games with an injury recently. Glad she made it back for this one.
She
Young
definitely
inside Callison with a kick out to Summers. Almost lost it into the Sayre bench. Now saves it to Tyra Young.
Tyra needs to be ready to shoot the ball. I think she can hit the top of the key jumper there, Cal. She's not ready once she gets rid of the ball.
Young, you know what she's going to do. Strong take. And then a kick to Callison for 3. Left it short. Rebounded by Sayre and Lucy Pittman. Dennis, no surprise there. They worked the ball ahead for an uncontested 3 that's no good. Dennis wasn't even down court. So
they are double teaming her, Cal.
All the way back here.
Yes, they're putting 2 on her and putting the other 3 in a triangle. It's a triangle and 2. They're putting 3 in the lane and leaving 2 people, actually 2 open.
Tonight's player of the game will be presented by Scott County Veterinary Clinic. It's going to take wild horses to get it away from Tyra Young, I think, given it's her senior game and the way she started.
Nice move.
Namaya Summers with the drive and the lay-in to cut it to 5.
And I'm sure Dennis is so used to facing this every night out.
Yeah, because you know what you're going to get. You are the focal point of this team, but you know you're going to have some open teammates, as she did there. Pittman had an open jumper from inside the paint, in and out, and rebounded by Tyra Young. Tyra drives the length of the floor for a floater that's good. She has 12 points. The deficit is 3.
The defense has worked 2 possessions in a row. They've taken 2 others than Dennis have taken jump shots and missed.
There's a travel.
There's a turnover.
Inside to Pittman, another turnover for Sayre. They had a rash of them early, and then their offense got into a real rhythm. That's what Scott County needs. They made him take a quick shot last time, a one and done, and now a turnover, chance to maybe tie it. You have a 3-point shooter in Malia Moore on the court, and we know Tyra Young won't be shy about jacking one. Right now, she's looking to work the ball inside, gets it deflected.
They need a little more movement. That's what coach is hollering.
Summers with the drive between defenders. Missed the layup. Dennis with the rebound. Kinder, the drive, blocked by Tyra. Rebound by Kirsten. Tyra, baseball pass. Up ahead, but lost. A little bit of an overthrow.
Yes, she's not going to be able to handle that.
Purcell just could not get her fingertips completely around it.
That pass from Tyra, you and I would struggle on that one, Cal. My goodness.
You know,
that was a fastball right there.
6'3", 6'4" on a good day, and would have struggled to leap for that. I don't have the hops that some of these players do. At 50 years of age, but who's counting?
Nah.
There is another takeaway. Moore got the deflection. Now Summers with it, spins around the defender, lays it up and in.
Nice.
Beautiful play by Nehemiah Summers to cut it to 1.
Cal, love what Scott County's doing. I mean, you can see they're taking Dennis out of the ball game and making other girls shot attempts that they normally don't take.
And dropping the shoulder and right into Tyra, who draws the offensive foul on Catherine Kinder.
They haven't scored this quarter.
They had an early layup by Dennis, and that was it. That got the margin to 24-17. The Cards have scored the last 6 to cut it to 1. And we have a timeout on the floor with 5:18 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot, Sayre. It's really not difficult to play offense against the triangle and 2. You just have if you're open, you're going to be by yourself. You're going to get great looks.
Yeah.
You just have to hope those girls are on, that they're going to hit a high percentage shot because they're going to get what they want.
It's a little bit like in baseball when the guy in front of you gets intentionally walked. You've got to stress as a coach, hey, they're disrespecting you.
Absolutely.
Use that card to motivate your team. Say, look, they're disrespecting the rest of our girls, leaving you open. How about you go make one and that's the only thing that's going to pull them out of it. Tyra looking for the drive that would put Scott County ahead. Now gets it to Malia Moore. Moore finds Kirsten Young. Kick.
Great pass.
To Purcell, floater. She chases the rebound. Good job hustling after it. Now finds Callison for the catch and shoot. That's no good. Rebound to Kinder.
Callison struggles a little bit on the offensive end, but she plays so hard on the other end.
She does hustle. Right now you've got
wide open.
Blanket coverage as Kirsten Young and Diamond Purcell are all over Dennis. She somehow gets away, kicks it for an open 3. That's good. Juliet Longbottom hits her second of the game.
I would still make her do it several times, Cal.
I would take my chances. Young floater off the glass, no good. Rebound Moore up and no good again. Purcell, third chance, no good. Rebound Kinder. Rim is unkind right now for the Cards. 4:12 to play in the half.
Because they're not going to the backboard.
Longbottom gets it again. Tyra a little closer. They'll kick it to the foul line for a jumper that's no good. Chasing down her own rebound is Miller. They'll reset it. Kinder. Longbottom, another wide open 3. No good this time. But a strong offensive rebound. That's just a case of want to. Scott County twice now lets Sayre just reach in and grab it.
Yeah, and it makes it frustrating when you do your job on Dennis and then you don't get your defensive rebound. You have to do that.
You've got to make them one and done for sure every time because they're going to have all those open shots. And if they're kind enough to miss one, you got to make it the only one. Longbottom, 3, off, rebound Tyra.
Yep, they're going to keep letting her shoot, and I don't blame them.
Tyra taking it the distance. She sees a seam. She misses it. Tried to go with the up and under. And the rebound came down to Ellie Oldham. Dennis ahead to Kinder. Kinder stops, bounces it to Longbottom on the baseline. Too strong. Rebound. Tyra tears it away. Tears it away twice. Now throws it, tries to throw it to Summers. Intercepted by Dennis at half court. Dennis drive against 3 Cards. Spin.
That's a charge.
Crashes into Tyra Young.
Good job, Tyra.
Called for the foul.
That was nice.
The second drawn charge of the quarter for Tyra.
You know what? And that was one of those where Tyra was just about to get in her frustration mode of not hitting the bucket down here, then turning the ball over on the long pass, and then she turns around and draws a charge. Just beautifully done.
Summers, Young, Moore, turnaround, foul line, no good. Too strong. Rebound came down to Sayre's Oldham.
Can't figure out why Dennis is just playing into our hands, but okay.
And Moore fighting for the steal, can't get it. Sayre recovers.
Good pass.
And a nice drop off, but a missed layup. There was a favor from Sayre. As Pittman missed it. Young, long pass to Summers again. That has not worked a couple of times. And Sayre comes away with the takeaway.
Good pass.
Kinder, drive and dish, blocked. Summers, recovered by Sayre and Oldham. Tyra contests the jumper. That's wild and no good. Rebound comes down to Summers and a foul on Sayre.
Wow, that
quite a sequence there.
That sequence on both ends.
Juliet Longbottom has hit 2 open threes.
She's getting some attempts.
That has been, we have a 1-on-1. That's the 8th team foul on Sayre, so Summers will go to the line. One and perhaps the bonus. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Sayre momentarily now gets to Dennis. Dennis ahead to Longbottom. Longbottom step back 3 for Pittman. It's no good. Kinder, rather. Second chance, third chance, and a foul. Just hustling right now on the offensive boards. Pittman goes and gets it twice. Couldn't get the layup, but she'll go to the line.
And that can be disastrous for Scott County right there. It's happening every possession. They're keeping the ball from Dennis, but yet they're not rebounding their defensive end.
Dennis has a scrape of some kind. That's a break for Scott County if she has to come out. They're trying to patch it up during the timeout here. Maybe just looking for a drink of water. I don't know. Pittman made the first free throw and the second. 6-point lead for the Spartans, who were slow out of the gate in the second quarter, but have stretched it back out to a half dozen. Strong drive, Euro step for Summers on the finish. She has 6 this quarter, 7 overall. Lady Cards down 4, ahead to Longbottom. She likes that spot on the left wing. She'll drive it and try to kick it. Almost lost it. Now she gets it on the right wing for a 3. Kirsten Young came to contest, but too late. Making a third three-pointer with a half for Longbottom.
That's the chance you take when you don't guard her.
Short jumper for Bell Banner is good. That cuts it back to 5. 1:33 to play in the half. And they are just all over Dennis. And that allows the wild layup.
Yeah,
I think knocked out of bounds will stay with Sayre.
I think the back two girls there that are in the lane, they have to figure out who they're guarding because it's almost like they have no idea once somebody catches the ball, they have no idea who they're going to go. One's got to go one way. The other one's got to go the other.
Sayre ball underneath the basket. 75 seconds to play in this first half. It's been a good one pace-wise and scoring-wise. Very similar to the first time these two teams played. There's a air ball, and the rebound by Kirsten Young will draw the foul and go to the line, as that is the 9th team foul on the Lady Spartans. Kirsten Young, a freshman, 6 feet, but has handles and has some shooting range as well. They've used her a lot at the point guard position and on the wing. Makes the first free throw to cut it to 4.
Beautiful form, beautiful release.
Scott County's got a chance maybe here in the closing seconds to tighten it up at the line, as the next foul would be a double bonus situation. Minute 11. Young can't get the second, but there's a strong take by Banner on the boards. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound comes down to Pittman. Ball deflected, knocked out of the hands by Summer, taken away by Moore. Minute to play. Scott County on the run. Moore traveled, carried it.
She did.
Definitely the right call there. Just lost control of it as she thought about going toward the basket, was well covered, decided she was going to bring it back out. You can't do it.
Sometimes they have trouble slowing themselves down once they have the ball going that hard to the bucket. She was like, oh, I'm on the left side. I don't want to be over here.
The mind knows what it wants to do,
yes.
But the body won't listen quickly enough. Blocked by Kirsten Young, recovered by Dennis, missed the layup. Another offensive rebound for Pittman. Missed the jumper. Rebound, Kirsten. Young with it. Scott County with numbers for the moment. Kirsten will take it the distance. Left the layup short.
You got a 2-on-1 there. You got to
Scott
score,
County
Cal.
knocked it out of bounds.
2-on-1, you got to score.
29.7 seconds. Tyra Young comes back in for Kirsten Young. (32-28). Sayre with the lead and the ball. Kinder, drive, pass, baseline jumper, foul by Summers. That's going to send the mystery player, we believe it's Lauren Miller, to the line. Still not 100% sure. Is the sound system in here.
Yeah, I can't tell.
A little
who it is
echoey,
either.
especially after you have these headphones on and try to take it off. Everything kind of echoes. Sayre misses the first. They'll have another. That was a shooting foul. 16th foul of the half. Second one's a make. Banner to Summers. Kick to Tyra Young. Summers, drive. Can't get it to fall. Banner offensive board. Can't get that to go. And the rebound comes down to Pittman. Final seconds. Dennis, 3 seconds. 2, 1. She will pop it and miss. Rebound comes down to Tyra Young. There's the horn. Their halftime score. The Sayre Lady Spartans 33. The Scott County Lady Cardinals 28. Impressive first half for Kylie Dennis, who hit the 2,000-point mark. Had 16 of her 18 points in the first quarter. I think the defense started to wear her down a little bit, become more effective, but the good news for Sayre, they've had 4 open three-pointers that they have hit. That is the difference in the game right now.
Yeah, they're getting what they want because of them. They're double team. They have 2 girls, one behind her and one in front of her, just completely trying to take her out of the game. But I did see that even when she is catching the ball, Cal, she's so unselfish that she's distributing to the girl that, as she should. She's not trying to force anything. Normally you get frustrated when you're being, when there's a box and one, somebody chasing you, or a triangle and 2. Once you catch it, you're trying to do everything you can to get to the bucket. She's not doing that.
We've got our halftime stats coming up the stairs. Looking forward to seeing maybe not looking forward to seeing the offensive rebound numbers. Thank you, sir. Sayre with 10 offensive boards, and they have a 28-25 total edge right now. The turnovers are even at 8. Field goal percentage, Scott County with a slight advantage, 30.6 to 27.5. But what stands out to me for Scott County is so many misses right at the rim. And that's just been the Achilles heel all season long.
You're exactly right. They get there, like Tyra Young, she gets there. Summers gets there. But sometimes it's a little bit out of control. If they would dial it back a little bit, I think they give themselves a much better opportunity to score at point-blank range.
Just don't square the body quite enough.
That's exactly right. They're worried too much about the contact, which that's normal.
Tyra Young with 12 to lead the Lady Cards. The Maya Summers with 7. Malia Moore with 4. Kelsey Hall with 2 points. What a moment that was. We hope you were here for that. Bell Banner 2. Kirsten Young with 1. Grace Moore had the only assist of the first half. And that was to Kelsey Hall. Quite a thing for senior night there, as the 2 seniors collaborating on that moment. And then quite a thing for Kylie Dennis, who got her 15 points that she needed for 2,000 out of the way in the first quarter.
Some people, that's what amazed me, is you go through the whole game just trying to say, okay, is this person going to get there? When it comes, between 15 and 20 points. Heck, we look up midway through the first quarter, and they're stopping the game.
She's got an entire defense designed on basically not letting her shoot, and she is 7 for 10. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep,
it's
is.
Just hard to.
And they got to come out. Scott County's got to come out and do the exact same thing, because that turned the game around. Although they're down 5 points, it's only because we've missed easy shots on this end. They're doing the job on the defensive end, but we do have to rebound our own backboard, our defensive backboard.
Sayre has made 5 threes if you count Kylie Dennis's three from Juliet Longbottom, and another from Catherine Kinder for the total of 5 for 16. They were 11 for 40 from the field. Scott County 11 for 36. Scott County boys are at Western Hills tonight. It's not a game that's on NFHS. I'm going to see if I can find it perhaps somewhere else, i.e. YouTube, which may be where some of you are listening to us. Don't you cry no more. I do not see a legit feed.
Nothing yet.
We see a lot of illegit feeds that you don't want to click on. It seems like there's 20 of those that people pop up when they find out a game's happening and try to scam people. They will be home, will the boys, against Frederick Douglass on Friday night, and that is a big one. You mentioned earlier, big win over Henry Clay for the Scott County boys. That put them, tighten their grip on 4th place in the 42nd district. That's not really what they want. They want 3rd. They've got home games against Douglass and Bryan Station. Good chance if they can beat Station, they'll at least be in a coin flip with the defenders for that 3rd spot. And it would get them, I think it's fair to say, a more manageable game against Sayre for a shot to get the region. Now, they've lost twice to Sayre, but they've been good games. They've had the lead late in one of them and were within 2 at Sayre just last Friday night with about a minute to go.
Yeah, and I think absolutely they can beat Sayre, Cal. I really do. And it'd be tough for Sayre to beat them 3 times. But most importantly, as you just said, you have to hold serve. That means that means home court. You have to hold serve. You got to win at your home court. And you know what? They can do it against Douglass. They can definitely do it against Bryan Station. It could be such a turnaround after coming off the Henry Clay. You know, you take the Henry Clay win, and right now, just move forward and take care of business at home, and it can very much be done.
I mean, listen, their 2 games with Douglass have been single-digit games
Sure.
for the most part. They were down in the Billy Hicks Classic semifinals. They got to within 6 or 7 with about 3 minutes to go. And then over at Douglass, the final margin was, I believe, 8 points, as they just had a bad quarter, a slow start. In both games, they really kind of sealed their fate. If they can come out here, defend better, and they've got to rebound by committee against a very rangy Frederick Douglass team that will go up to the glass and get it. And you can't let them do what Sayre's doing in this game tonight, which is 3rd, 4th, 5th opportunities, because they will.
And that's the key for Scott County, for the boys also, as we're talking about the girls here tonight. They have to take care of the boards. If they don't,
right,
they're going to hit their spurts where they hit a little low in scoring sometimes, but by and large, they got guys that can put the ball in the basket. It's the other things. It's defending the straight line drives to the bucket. It's defending your glass. That's what's been their nemesis all year.
What I liked last night is that even when the offense went cold, they didn't let it affect their defense.
Right.
They played very well defensively, as good as they've played against Henry Clay. And granted, those Scott County Henry Clay games have been in the 40s and 50s. That's how Henry Clay, the last couple of years anyway, likes to play you. But just to go there, that's the first time they've won at Henry Clay since probably regular season 2019. Now, they lost the rematch in the playoffs that year when Michael Marino was still coming back from his injury.
Yep.
Since then, Henry Clay's kind of owned them in that building. So, and really overall until the first game this year when Scott County snapped that losing streak. So that's big to get back at them. And now you got a chance. You control your own destiny a little bit. For all the struggles that they've had, their record of 9-16 or whatever it is overall, they've got a chance to get 3rd in the district and play their way to region, and then you never know.
You just don't. If you get there, you never know. A lot of magic happens in McBrayer Arena.
Yes, it does. Baptist Health Arena, they call it now. McBrayer Court. Alumni Coliseum.
Alumni
Call
Coliseum.
it what you will. It will be there will be a break after this year as they are going to renovate that place. And I'm not sure where regions are going to be played next year. I don't know if it'll be played all at the higher seeds or something. Or they're going to do something different until they get to the final. I don't know.
Might as well just go on and play a little.
You could play at Berea College, I guess. I don't know what the capacity is. It's certainly not what it is at EKU.
Right.
It's baffling to me that we don't have in the 11th region a relationship with someplace affiliated with UK where we could play that game. I don't know. It doesn't have to be Rupp Arena. There's another gym.
Yeah, I think
there's another storied facility that Scott County has played in the past that would be fitting.
Well, I really liked when they had the Civic Center at Frankfurt before they tore that down.
That was a great.
That place was well lit. They said the players seemed to like the floor and the rims. I really liked going over there and watching it.
It's a shame we've lost that.
Not to mention about a 15-minute trip from the house.
That is also nice. I never mind that road trip.
I don't either.
Some nights I'll have 2 road games. I'll have one in Frankfurt and one in Lexington. And if it's a 50-50, I'm going to Frankfurt every time.
That's right.
You know, obviously, if that game in Lexington is a must-see, it's different.
Capital City.
It's a nice little drive on 460 or 64, depending on which part of town you're going to. But I'll be interested to see that Western Hills score tonight, as that's a big, physical, strong team that Scott County be going up against in a back-to-back situation.
Yeah.
They haven't really done well in back-to-back situations this year. You know, you got to not get out-rebounded.
Who's doing that scheduling? Is that?
Yeah, that's a rough one. I'm not sure how that played out.
I have to get on Coach Glenn.
I don't know if that's a 3-year contract or what. Scott County went there the year after COVID, and then Western Hills came here last year. Steve Helton giving his final instructions to the Scott County Lady Cardinals. They trail 33-28. Kylie Dennis, 2,000-point career scorer as of tonight, will inbound it. She'll get it back from Kinder. Now quickly, Mosby and Moore collapse on her. Right now it's just Moore, but Mosby kind of cheating on her. Now Dennis with a floater, had some room, got her own rebound, banked it in. So they didn't really play the front and back on her that time, and Dennis made them pay.
I don't understand hopefully they don't go away from what they were doing.
Offensive rebound, no good. Scott County 0 for 2 on that trip. Sayre attempt to clear it, hit the back of the backboard. Yeah. So there's a turnover. It'll go back to the Cards. That's a break.
See a little OB under right here, Cal. Get a bucket.
Tyra Young to inbound it.
Yes, need a bucket here on the offensive end to start the quarter.
They need to make a run here. They're down 7. Biggest deficit of the night, I do believe. Matches the biggest deficit of the night. There's another jumper that's off. Kirsten Young wrestles for the rebound. It will stay with the Lady Cardinals as Sayre had the ball, the possession to start the half. 36 seconds into this third quarter. Sayre up 35-28. Trying to salvage the season split.
That was there.
In and out for Summers. Rebound Kirsten Young. Up, no good. That's 4 misses here in the first 45 seconds for SC.
I love Kirsten Young's mentality.
She does not get cheated.
She did not.
Dennis misses the runner. Offensive rebound yet again. This time it's Longbottom who will get the open 3. She made 3 of them the first half. Didn't make that one, a little long. Young with the rebound. Tyra end to end. Lays it up too strong. Falls on the baseline. Kirsten Young gets the rebound. Tyra will get back up. Kirsten will drive the baseline. Little floater from 10 feet is no good. But Tyra in play.
There she goes.
On the backside for the putback. Tyra Young with 14 points. 35-30.
Need to stop.
Kinder for 3. No good. Tyra Young makes it one and done. Baseball pass ahead to Summers.
Now there's a good one.
Nice touch pass on there. Got her in stride. Summers had it knocked out of her hands. It will stay with SC. Toko Ishida checking in for Sayre, and sitting down is Juliet Longbottom. Getting some instructions from Coach Eric Kinder. Moore to Young. Chance to cut it to 3, maybe 2. Moore will get it back for a corner 3. No. Long rebound comes away to Tyra, and the bump from Sayre. Tyra falls back. Girl from Sayre puts her hand to her face like, I didn't mean to do that. Went to offer her hand up, but Tyra jumped up. Ellie Oldham will get called for her 4th foul. She definitely didn't mean to do that because she's going to have to sit down.
No, that's exactly right.
And Lauren Miller will check in.
Need a bucket here, Cal.
35-30, 6:15 remaining third quarter. SC has been down by as many as 7.
Get the ball to the foul line there in the zone. I think they still need to have Tyra right there on the foul line. Switch places.
Bell Banner back to Tyra Young, into Moore at the foul line. She dribbles, kicks it out. 3-point attempt, catch and shoot. Long from Mosby. A rebound comes down to Sayre and Miller. Kylie Dennis pushes the tempo. Now Mosby and Moore pick her up and trap her. She gets it away.
And she sees the floor well.
3 for Kinder. Off the rim, no good. Tyra Young gets another defensive rebound. She's been strong there this half.
Yes, you got to take care of that.
Definitely was a point of emphasis at halftime from Coach Helton, I'm sure.
Nice.
She will take it the distance. Tyra Young with 4 this quarter.
And they're not going to slide over. They have not, all night, Sayre has not slid over and cut off the drive to the bucket. We're just missing the shots.
SC down 3. Kinder, Catherine Kinder. Drive, bounce pass. Left the layup short. Rebound, fighting for it is Dennis after the missed bunny by Miller. The foul will be called on SC. Nope, it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will be an OB underplay. Still Sayre ball either way. Tying of the shoes will take place. Ashita for 3. In and out. That looked like it was dangerous. Moore comes away with it. Chance to maybe tie it. Instead, she will take it to the rim, get it blocked. Rebound comes down to Pittman. Now Dennis pushing the tempo. Runs into Tyra Young. Tyra's going to get called for the block. Don't know what more she could have done. She was standing there the whole time.
I don't either. I think that was you're a 2,000-point scorer foul is what that one was.
All Tyra had to do was fall backward, and I think she might have drawn it. She's probably tired of hitting the floor.
Yes, she is. She does it quite often.
Second foul is the long and short of it. 4:59 to play third quarter. Sayre 35, Scott County 32. Cal Oaks along with Derek Varney. There is another open 3 for Juliet Longbottom. Eventually, she is going to dare Scott County to come out and defend her. That's 12 points.
Cal, you and I were the closest to her from that shot.
We were much closer than any Scott County defender. Mosby going to try to match it and will.
Good. I like seeing her hit one.
Once she hits one, she usually catches fire. 38-35, 4:37 to play third quarter.
There you go. There's good rotation.
Long bottom covered that time by Moore.
There's good rotation.
Very contested shot as they got it into Pittman in good position that time for Tyra Young. Partially blocked. It will stay with Sayre.
They're letting Young, whoever catches the ball on the block, she's going from block to block and defending, which is good, but they got to rotate backside as well.
Kinder inbounds it. Short baseline jumper for 2 is good for Lucy Pittman. Her first field goal pushes the lead back to 5. 4:17 to play third quarter. 40-35. Sayre on top. Young stops, kicks. Banner back to Young. Bell Banner dribbles, pops, banks it in from 10 feet. Bell Banner's second bucket of the night. Gets it back to a 3-point game. 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Long bottom right on the arc, finds Dennis. Short on the 3, rebound Tyra.
Go Tyra. They're not going to cut the ball. Keep going.
Tyra going to take it, kick it. Callison left it short. Fighting for the loose ball. It's going to stay with Scott County.
Nice pass, nice play, good block.
Blocked, and it will stay with Scott County. Good OB underplay there. Just,
absolutely.
Didn't have the room to maneuver. Tyra Young looking, finds Malia Moore on the left wing. A 3 would tie it.
Would be nice.
Sayers had the lead for a good while. Banner right elbow, in and out.
Give us a half point for that.
Goes off of Sayers, so the right bounce is going Scott County's way right now.
Yep.
Diamond Purcell checks back in at the 3:26 mark. Tyra.
Long possession here for the Cards.
Throws it away.
That's how you do
Thought
not want it to end.
Purcell was going to go catch it. Purcell was leaning the other way, and it's a turnover for SC. So a long possession that goes for naught. Catherine Kinder with it for the Sayre Spartans. Kylie Dennis right now being shadowed by Belle Banner, but that left another open layup for Lauren Miller. That's her first of the night. Most of the open shots have been threes, but occasionally Sayre's been able to capitalize at the rim.
Yeah, and you have to right there. That was a drive down the lane, Cal, and we did not rotate
Catch
back.
And shoot three from Mosby is in and out, but Banner gets the rebound, dumps it off to Mosby, blocked by Dennis. Ball is on the floor. Dennis picks it up. Sayre's biggest lead of the night has been 7. They've got a chance to match or surpass that here. Long bottom for her 5th three-pointer. Timeout, Scott County, full. I think at some point you got to start playing it straight, although they've been successful in slowing down Dennis.
Cal, it's the rotate. It's not not even the Dennis part. It's the rotation to the wings and the other girls. When you're defending Dennis, those 2 girls are out of the picture. Take them out. So your other 3, you have to have one in the middle, and you have to one go out to the wing. Wherever the first pass goes, you got to go out and cover that wing, and the other 2 girls have to rotate down. You can still contest the shots on the wings, but don't give up layups.
Juliet Longbottom.
Is hitting the bottom.
She has scored 11 points all season in 11 games, and she has 15 tonight.
Yeah, that's why she got the big hugs and they went crazy at the timeout right there. Good scene for that young lady.
The biggest lead of the night for the Spartans is 8, 45-37, 2:43. Scott County's just got to find some consistency on offense. They have nailed this down, whittled it down to 3 or 4 a couple of times. Banner lost possession and gets tied up.
That's tough right there, Cal. You catch it. If you put it on the floor, it's got to go hard to the bucket. You can't put a dribble down because you're playing against the zone. They're going to take it from you.
Kylie Dennis calls timeout as the play was not what she wanted. She was guarded by Belle Banner, and Sayre will talk it over at the 2:32 mark. Scott County playing catch up all night.
Yeah, unfortunately, they cut it to 2 or 3 there in the third quarter, right?
There were 7 lead,
beginning of third.
7 lead changes and 4 ties, but they all happened in the first quarter. Since then, it's been Sayre in control. And every time Scott County makes a run, there's an uncontested shot that stretches it out for Sayre, and usually Juliet Longbottom is the one who's hitting it in the bottom of the net. As you said, accurately. Kinder, they did a good job breaking the pressure there. Pittman.
Good job by Tyra.
Miller.
Beautiful.
Tyra got back to block it, tied up. This one will go to Scott County as Allison Mosby hustles for that one underneath the Sayre basket.
Sayre missed a big opportunity there with the 2-on-1 break. And Tyra Young, one person was able to guard 2, and you don't want that to happen. That means you don't have enough spacing.
Scott County trails by 8. Tyra bringing it up across the bird logo.
Good pass.
Inside to Kirsten Young, too strong on the layup. Just couldn't get the touch there, and coming away with a rebound is Miller. Dennis on the run. Floater, good. Kylie Dennis hasn't had much room to roam since that 16-point first quarter, but she's got 22 to lead all scorers. Tyra Young, strong take to the hoop. Miller can't avoid the foul. Tyra, I don't know if she got bopped in the nose or what. She's kind of holding her face there. Now she's talking to the official before she steps to the line.
They got hitting the snoot there.
A little bit. A minute 55. Clock stops with Scott County down by its largest deficit of the evening. Tyra Young rattles the first one off the back of the rim, no good. And SC is in some trouble here against Sayre. This could be their third loss in the last 4 games in this series unless they can make the comeback. They trail by 9 after the make on the second free throw.
That's after many years of Sayre never beating them.
As in ever. Boys also got their first win in the series this year and backed it up with another one. Scott County would love to see him again, maybe, in the district. There is a turnaround floater.
She's got that floater down pat, and it's beautiful.
It is. It is efficient. Tyra Young, nobody picked her up. Now it gets blocked at the last second. She gets her own rebound, crashes to the floor in true Tyra fashion, playing with all her might.
Yes, she is.
In heart and soul.
She's going to sell it to the referee as well. You got to.
It's senior night. It's not her last game in this gym. Although close to it. After they play Henry Clay on Saturday, they will have a road trip to end the season. Thrown away. Up ahead to Dennis. And that's automatic. Kylie Dennis has 26 to match her season average. And she's got 9 minutes and 19 seconds left in this one. Tyra Young for 3. No good.
I was wondering when she's going to take that. It's been open the whole night.
Scott County ties up the rebound. Summers gets there, but the arrow, I guess it is pointing. No, it's pointing to Sayre. Thought so. Deficit is a baker's dozen now that Sayre has cooked up here against Scott County.
It's 5. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's a 5-second violation. Is this time Dennis couldn't burn a timeout. She could. Her team has 3 left, but didn't want to use 2 in quick succession.
I think they're probably used to throwing it into her is what it is, and and the other ones don't have a whole lot of clue what's going on there.
You can't with this defense.
Right.
You're right. That's a good pickup. Summers, the drive, the crash. Oh. Yeah, they're going to get the 2-shot foul. Miller, she wasn't set. She's holding her hands out as if to say what for, but it was pretty clearly a foul.
That was probably the biggest example of a block ever.
It's tough because it's a hard collision and you feel like you got the worst of it, but
still got to be set.
By definition, it was a block.
Right.
Rattling home the first free throw is Nehemiah Summers. She has 8 on the night.
I think she's got a bright future as well, Cal.
She's only a sophomore.
Yeah. She and Young both. I really like Young's game.
A lot of talent on this young team that will have to find itself, have some commitment over the summer perhaps, and come back next year strong. There's a steal by Moore. This one's not over yet. Malia got tangled up, falls hard. Sayre with the takeaway.
Nice
Dennis
pass.
Dishes to Kinder, who lays it up and in. Glad to see Malia Moore get up as it was.
That was awkward.
Yeah, I don't like the way she got her knee and ankle twisted. Young with a wild shot that's nowhere near the mark and rebounded by Pittman. Long bottom going to take a 2. It's going to get blocked by Summers.
Long bottom didn't want that left hand, did she?
Purcell on the block, excuse me, number 14.
Those girls find themselves on the left side, and they're like, oh, I don't want to be over here. I like that right side.
Dennis. Long bottom bounces it into Pittman. Dennis being shadowed by Purcell right now, and only Purcell. Now Moore comes over to help. Now Young comes over to help. And we got a 5-second violation.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, especially when she was moving like that.
I mean, she was closely guarded, there's no question, and it probably was 5 seconds. I mean, closely guarded, this is the definition of closely guarded,
Yes.
is what they're doing to Kylie Dennis tonight. You choose your poison in a game like this with a strategy like this. And Longbottom has served it up with 5 threes. Kristen Young kicks it back out to Tyra Young under the final 10 seconds of this third quarter. Diamond Purcell, not much time to shoot here. Gets it over to Malia for three at the buzzer. No. Your score with 8 minutes to play. Sayre is in control. They lead it 53-40.
Miss Dennis is very impressive.
The Scott County Band.
Taking it to the bridge.
Scott County Band showed up today at signing day, and it was a signing day. The Cards had 12, count them, 12 players, 12 athletes sign at the next level. Want to give them some recognition.
Wow.
While we're here and while we have a break. Brennan Liebenauer, baseball, Clark State College. Caden Less, golf, Midway. Mason Akers, trap shooting, Lindenwood. McKenna Harrington, archery, Midway. Gage Bowling, boys soccer, Kentucky Christian. Leah Willoughby, girls soccer, Campbellsville, Harrodsburg. Jessa Zahari, girls lacrosse, Tiffin. Emily Sue Watts, volleyball, Midway. Elijah Adams, football, Cumberlands. Daniel Daff, football, Georgetown College. Cam Keller, football, Georgetown College. And Nate Hall, football, Centre College. It's about $250,000 to go there for 4 years, and almost all of it is paid for Nate Hall. Academics, music, sports, you name it, he does it.
Congratulations
4.0 GPA.
Great family, great
Cam
family.
Keller also with a 4.0 GPA is Coach McKee raving, and rightfully so, about the quality of his seniors who signed today. There is a turnover. Speaking of quality, Kylie Dennis.
Yeah, she can absolutely do it.
She has
probably 28 there tonight.
20, and there's a nice play by Summers to get herself into double digits. Dennis indeed has 28. 55-42 with 7:15 left.
Plenty of time to make a run here, Cal.
I want to give a call out to Great Crossing, too. They had a couple of football players signed tonight. We'll talk about that during a break in the action as Sayre misses. Kirsten Young on the rebound. The pass deflected by who else? Dennis tried to save it and couldn't. It will stay with SC. Drake Bird signed with Centre College, and Zachary Kelly signing with the University of Indianapolis D2 school. Congratulations to them.
Absolutely, both of them.
I'm sure there will be more as sometimes GC rolls out some of theirs later on in the process as Kirsten Young hits a foul line jumper to get this back to 11.
Yeah, there'll be more. This is just considered signing day. It doesn't mean you have to.
Exactly. You've got some time if you're.
Yes.
You can find a home between now and the end of school.
That was a huge three.
A dagger three from Catherine Kinder, her second of the night. She has 8. Sayre bench going nuts.
Oh.
Moore with a 3 from almost the bird. She'll go to the line as Dennis will get called for the foul. Grabbing her jersey in frustration.
Well, she knows. I mean, she's played it long enough, and she's a good enough player to know you don't foul a jump shooter.
Malia Moore will have 2 more, makes the first. Misses the second. Fouled in the act of shooting a 3. Her team down 13 with 6:27 to play. Rolls in the third one, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad for Malia, 58-46.
Says Dr. Hook.
Meatloaf.
Oh, my bad. You got me on that one. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Dennis with an offensive rebound. Dr. Hook, you've got to cover the Rolling Stone when you're in love with a beautiful woman.
17, right?
Sexy eyes. They had a bunch of hits there in the late 70s.
I love Dr. Hook.
80s.
Oh, I love Dr. Hook.
Dennis going to shoot 2 free throws with 6:20 to play. She's having a career night. That's 29 points. I say that, but she averages 26, so clearly she's had a few more.
The first 2, though, were her easiest ever.
Yes, certainly they were. There was the tit for tat situation as she was given the opportunity to make a layup after Kelsey Hall.
Just a beautiful moment.
Yep. It's what we love about Scott County sports is Moore misses a three. Sayre gets the rebound. Dennis on a run out. Moore will try to catch her. Dennis will drop it off the long bottom, who misses the layup. Tyra Young rebound. 60-46. Scott County's got to score in bunches here. Tyra will take it the distance. Can't get the layup to fall. Moore chases down the rebound. Steps back behind the arc, but she's closely guarded. She won't need much room to take a three. Now she'll drive it. Floater, good. Malia with a quiet 8 points tonight, but she's got her team within 12, 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Still not out of reach, Cal.
Catherine Kinder has hurt with a couple of threes. Juliet Longbottom has sunk 5. And those are the difference. Steal by Nemaya Summers. Chance to get her team to within 10. And there is the crash, the collision between Summers and Kinder. They'll get the foul on Kinder. That's the 5th on Sayre this half. So no bonus situation yet. SC with 2. SC with 4 timeouts left. Sayre with 3. 5:20 to play. Scott County trails by 12. They have the ball. They don't have much time.
No, we need to put the ball in the bucket.
Kirsten Young from 16, no good.
I'll tell you what, when she develops a little more and starts knocking down that shot.
Juliet Longbottom, 6 3-pointers. She's made it a long night for the Cardinals. Runner by Malia Moore is good.
Having a big one.
Big quarter, 6 of her 10 coming here. Juliet Longbottom just getting mobbed, and rightfully so, by her teammates every time she comes off the floor. (63-50). Things not looking good for Scott County. The good news is these two teams will play again. They'll get a chance at districts to beat Sayre and move on and play more than likely Frederick Douglass, which is not a great assignment. But
right. It's going to be the boys and the girls, kind of the nemesis there.
I've got to think Scott County boys have got to be itching to play Sayre again, because they've got to feel like they left some things on the table.
Yeah, let's just hope last night picked them up quite a bit.
Still waiting to hear about the Western Hills score tonight. And Scott County is over there playing one of Great Crossing's rivals.
You know what everybody's waiting on for that score? Waiting on a Cal Oaks update.
That's what they're waiting.
No pressure, though.
They're always waiting on that.
Right, no pressure.
I only wish I had access to that game, but alas, I am here. I try to watch 3 or 4 at a time. I love NFHS for that reason.
Yes.
And a lot of those Frankfurt games are on some channel or another. But as far as I know, unless it's on Facebook Live somewhere. Sayre comes away with another loose ball. Kinder thought about a 3, now looks and finds Longbottom.
Dennis still being shadowed tightly.
I'll give Scott County credit. They are sticking with that philosophy till the end. There's a run out for Summers and a hard foul as Dennis crashes into her. Summers will go to the line at the 4:16 mark.
It was a hard little crash there.
It was a crash.
Crash into me. Now that is Dave Matthews.
That is indeed.
Okay.
You can't miss that one. That's
No,
a little more recent, though. I mean,
right, it is.
When we're digging up 1978, it's forgivable.
Yeah. Dr. Hook and Meatloaf.
Truly reliving my kindergarten year.
Love that music.
Get any better.
And no doubt that we've talked about both of them. That when I get in the car, one of those will make the playlist there.
The 70s
yes.
channel.
Love that.
either in the car or at the gym. Scott County misses both free throws. We'd be talking about the game, but it's not really going well for the Lady Cards. Coming away with a loose ball is Banner. Another run out for Summers. She just can't finish. It's been a tough night at the rim for Nemaya, although she does have 10 points. 3 in double digits for Scott County, but the two big ones for Sayre. 29 points for Dennis and 18 for Longbottom. That's 47 of the 63. So with Richardson out, they needed someone else to step up, and lo and behold, somebody has.
Yeah, you can't gamble right there on her. Don't run by her.
Kylie Dennis, guarded by Diamond Purcell, finds Kinder. The clock is Sayre's friend. They're going to try to pull it out a little bit. Screened by Longbottom. Kinder lobs it in. Pittman kicks it out to Longbottom for what she hoped was her 7th three, but she left it short. Tyra Young with a rebound. Reaching for Dennis.
Yeah,
that's her 4th foul. And she got one right in the chest. That is her 4th foul. It's a little too late. 3:27 to play here. That's the 7th team foul, so Tyra will go to the line for one, perhaps the bonus.
Yeah, if they get a couple free throws here, they don't want to see Dennis go out at this point with 3.5 minutes to go.
Missed it. Rebound, Pittman. Sayre throws it off of Bell Banner to keep possession. Goes out of bounds. .3:15 to play. Sayre up by 13. Scott County will have a district home game against Henry Clay at 2:30 on Saturday. You can watch it on NFHS Network with the ambient sound. We will not be here. Wild shot rebounded by Summers.
Summers had a 2-on-1 there. I think she probably would have been a lot easier to give that up real quick and get a lay in.
Taking it to the rim, taking it to the line. The clock stops. That's the good news.
Yes.
Our next game is Friday night here on the network. Scott County boys hosting Frederick Douglass, 42nd district matchup. Good chance for Scott County if they can spring an upset to really give themselves a boost in that chase for the 3rd seed. Summers rolls in the first free throw. 11 make it 12 points for Nemaya Summers tonight. Tyra Young has led the Cardinals with 17. She will be our Scott County Veterinary Clinic player of the game. If we're giving it to a Sayre player, it would have to be Dennis and or Longbottom. Dennis with the driving layup that's missed after getting the rebound.
Had to be something there. They just didn't call it.
Summers tried to throw it to Young. Kinder, with maybe some help from Oldham, deflected it out of bounds. It will stay with SC. 2:28 to play in the game. 63-51. Sayre on top. Malia thought about a three, bounces it to Tyra instead. Baseline jumper is good. 10-point game. 2:22 to play. Sayre has rushed a couple of shots here that have played into Scott County's hands. Dennis will drive it the length of the floor, try to throw it into the post and throw it wild. Another turnover. Clock stops at 2:09. Runner for Malia Moore is good. The clock isn't running. I wonder if Sayre has noticed. Clock is still frozen at 2:00 now, they've noticed. It ran for a good 10, maybe 15 seconds.
Yes,
we'll see how long the officials actually, they're only gonna take 2 off. Put an asterisk next to that, folks, because it's an 8-point game all of a sudden. And Sayre is not happy. And rightfully so.
No, that should be closer to 2 minutes.
That Scott County's last possession started at 2:09, and Malia went the distance and made a bucket. Dennis is going to get fouled, but it's on the floor, so they'll have to inbound it. 2:01 to play. Final score from Frankfort: Western Hills 83, Scott County 68.
Wow.
So the back-to-back jinx continues. I think they've only won once in that scenario, maybe twice all season. Sayre trying to kill some time finally, 1:45 to play.
Yeah, not sure why Dennis gives the ball up.
And a timeout for Sayre. We'll open the box score and give you some details from that Scott County game while we have a break in the action. Oh, those are the season stats, so we won't look at that. Look at tonight's box score. Brought to you by Yahoo.
I got it myself.
Nick Mosby. Is this tonight's? Okay. Nick Mosby was 10 for 10 from 2-point range, but he was 0 for 5 from 3. He had 21 points and 6 rebounds. 17 points for Daquise Brown. Good bounce back game for him offensively.
Yes.
Micah Glenn with 13. Jay-Z Middleton with 10. Like to see that. 38 points for Walter Campbell. 16 rebounds. Walter was 12 for 13 from the line. Western Hills was 21 for 28. Scott County was 6 for 10. Well, there you go.
There's your difference. And when you score 68, you should win, but you can't give up 83.
Walter Campbell is a load.
He is.
And Javon Campbell as well. Western Hills has been playing well since Walter, the senior, returned from his off-season knee injury. They led Great Crossing for the better part of 3 quarters in their second district game of the season before Crossing won that one by I think it was the same score. I think it was 83-68. Sayre dribbling until they get fouled. Kinder trying to avoid being closely guarded, gets it to Dennis. Moore will bump her. That's only the 5th foul on the team, so they've got a couple.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. You go ahead and go to the bucket.
Go after, yeah.
I mean, I really would, because that's just going to cause turnover situations.
Almost a backcourt.
Yep.
Dennis gets it back, spins away.
Which I'm not for sure that there is backcourt in girls basketball, Cal.
Yeah, there didn't used to be in college, but I think there is in high school. There's Sayre almost turning it over. A tie-up as Bell Banner got in there, but the arrow will point to the Spartans. 54.8 seconds. I don't know about backcourt. There didn't used to be a 10-second rule in college basketball.
Now that's backcourt right there.
That is clearly backcourt.
Yep.
They're trying to dribble the best they can, but you can't do that. Sayre is milking the clock for all it is worth, and Scott County trying to extend the game. Malia Moore dishes it. Catch and shoot 3. It's good from Diamond Purcell. She plucks a gem from the left wing with 47.3 seconds left.
Now you have to foul and hope you and make sure you rebound your defensive end.
And the drum line. Hard to believe we're down after this week to 2 more weeks in the regular season.
Yep. Seems like I just remember in November when we said, great to be back.
It flies. Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly right.
Get that week or two at Christmas where we have no games and everybody's on the road. And then you come back in January, it's just a blink of an eye.
Yeah, I think we went from December the 10th maybe all the way to January the 6th.
You know, I grew up in a part of the country where January was not the blink of an eye. January felt like 6 months. It was so cold. And Sayre gets it across the timeline and draws the foul from Tyra Young. That is the 6th on the Cardinals, but still 43.4 seconds in a 2-possession game.
Yeah, they need to use these fouls.
Cards trying to create some havoc here. They have gone on an 8-0 run, perhaps even more than that. I know it was 63-50. Dennis doing her best Harlem Globetrotters impersonation here, audition.
You're going to have to foul.
Dribble, drive,
yep.
Draw the foul with 27 seconds left. That's exactly what Sayre wanted. She ran a good 20 seconds off the clock, and they get their best player to the line to shoot 2.
She has been very impressive tonight. There's certain situations you can watch players really get disgusted or they get upset, you know, when they're being guarded. They're being guarded tightly and they're not getting the ball and they're not scoring, because she went through a long period there where she didn't score. But, oh, by the way, when that happened, I think she already had 18 or 20.
She's 1 away from a 30-piece here. She missed the first free throw. Still going to be a 2-possession game. She left the second one short as well. Fighting for the rebound, though. Sayre crashing into Tyra Young, who's still down. Allison Mosby has it. Moore takes a 3 to get it within 2. Can't roll it in. Sayre rebound. Tyra finally gets up and stumbles back toward the Sayre foul line, where she is still hunched over. 12.1 seconds. That shot not going down there probably seals it.
It did it, and it rolled around. It did everything but go in.
Long moments it hovered there. Another missed free throw. Tyra with a rebound, pushing it. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Takes it to the rim, banks it off, no good. Rebound, Malia Moore from the foul line, no. Rebound, Dennis. Tied up with 1.6 seconds remaining. It will stay on the Scott County baseline, but that's not going to be enough time.
It is not. There's no such thing as a 5-pointer, is there?
Don't think so. Summers gets a 3 blocked by, fittingly enough, Dennis. And the horn will sound on a 63-58 win for Sayre over Scott County. They split the season series. Each team won in the other's gym. They'll play each other again at districts, which I believe will probably be at Frederick Douglass, I would think.
The girls' district at Frederick Douglass.
Usually they play them both at the same site lately,
yeah.
But we'll see what how that works out. 63-58 your final. Kylie Dennis with 29, including the 2,000th of her career. But give a call to Juliet Longbottom, 6 3-pointers, 18 points. Catherine Kinder, 8 as well for Sayre.
Yeah, as well as Dennis played. I mean, that somebody else had to pick up the slack when they had, 2 girls around her, really took her out of the ball game.
Tyra Young, your Scott County Veterinary Clinic player of the game in her senior game with 19 points. Malia Moore and Nemaya Summers, both sophomores, both with 12. That will do it, Derek. We'll see you Friday night for what we are looking forward to as a good boys matchup in the district.
Absolutely.
Scott County welcomes the top seeded right now anyway, Frederick Douglass Broncos.
I'm excited about it.
Can't wait. Until then, for Derek Varney, James Scoggin, Mike Scoggin, and DT Wells, I'm merely Cal Oak saying good night, God bless. Your final score one final time. Sayre 63, Scott County 58. Good night, everybody.